Stafford clearly wants to be here. His current deal is up in 2 years, like I said. Let's make a deal. Snead could have an enticing deal up his sleeves that he could sell to Stafford to bring in some higher dollar teammates, something that Stafford really hasn't seen a whole lot. Of course, he has seen, Calvin Johnson. He has had some decent players out in Detroit. I don't want to just super bash the Lions or anything like that. It's not what we're about here. But the fact is there's more talent on this team today than Matthew Stafford's ever seen on a single team. And I think that's where a lot of the media stuff is coming from, where, even like Colin Cowherd's coming out and he's like, no, Matthew Stafford's not the savior of the Rams because he's only done this and that. But it's a completely different situation. It's apples and oranges, honestly. The LA Rams and Detroit Lions are apples and oranges. You cannot compare the two. They're two completely different things. Two completely different ways the organizations are run. Two completely different mindsets on bringing in free agents. It's all completely different. It's not comparable. Everything that Matthew Stafford did for Detroit, it's kind of not relevant to what he's going to potentially do for the LA Rams. And that's why I'm excited about it, because we know that he's a talented quarterback. We know that he's more talented than Jared Goff. By how much, I don't know. And I'm not here to say to you that Matthew Stafford is just this savior that, he comes in and we're automatically, it's because Stafford's here, we are Super Bowl favorites. The NFC is a tough conference anyway. The NFC West is a tough division anyway. And I think that if he can just limit some of the mistakes that Jared Goff had, we had all those mistakes with Jared Goff, the fumbles, the interceptions, the inability to read the defense, and he's throwing these bad passes, and we still were able to win 10 games and win a road playoff game. If you can just eliminate half of those mistakes, this is a 12-win team and maybe wins 2 or 3 playoff games. That's what I'm trying to sell to you guys. But I still will get the comments of Matthew Stafford, we don't know yet. Matthew Stafford's never won a playoff game. Yeah, for the Lions. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If you go back to that quote. If you judge your fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll spend its entire life believing it's an idiot. If you judge a quarterback by his ability to win playoff games for the Detroit Lions, everybody will think that he sucks. So it's not comparable. I don't think it's a realistic thing. What we saw last year with Jared Goff and the Rams offense was that Sean McVay started losing confidence. And you could tell in the play calls that he was losing confidence in the quarterback position. So this year with Matthew Stafford, at the very, very least, no matter what the difference in talent is between Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford, the biggest difference that we will see on the field for the Rams offense this year is not the talent level in the quarterback position, but the trust in the play caller for that quarterback. Okay, the trust was gone last year with Jared Goff. We're going to see a big jump this year in the trust, just the trust to Matthew Stafford. Sean McVay is going to trust that Stafford can get it done, and so he's going to be more willing to open up his playbook. It really feels like last year we were floating on 65% of our playbook there at the last part of the season. The last half of the season really felt limited. We weren't seeing jet sweeps sometimes at all in a game. We weren't seeing downfield throws. Some of us, me included, we were talking about how Jared Goff just wasn't hitting the deep throws. So Sean McVay stopped calling them because you're just like that. He's not going to throw it anyway. So let's try to get some movement here. Let's try to find some space underneath or something, because he just wasn't taking those shots. So at the very, very minimum, the trust is going to be a difference, and that we'll see that in the play calling. I think that will be the biggest difference, not necessarily the skill level between Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. I think really the biggest jump will be the trust. Rams fans that made it all the way to the very end of the video, my favorite kind of person, all the way here. Love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you. Now, what I need from you guys is, if you guys have not already, subscribe. And that's right going to be on this side right here. It's very easy to find. On this side here, if you liked this clip, I guarantee you're going to like the entire episode. So check that out right here. Peace. Go Rams.